Are you a student who's constantly losing marks in PTE speaking? You're not sure what works, what does not work. You're not even sure which template to follow, which template to avoid. Stay with me till the end of the video. After this video, I assure you, you will start getting perfect scores in speaking module. Not only in the speaking module, but also towards reading and listening marks as well. Hello everyone, this is Vishal from VLE. I will be discussing masterclass with you guys on the module speaking. Speaking is the first module and speaking itself is not very difficult, but the recent changes have made it little complex. So there are a lot of myths, there are a lot of questions students struggle in. So I will be going through all those things one by one. I will be showing you the demonstration for every single task as well. So you will understand how to actually perform it in the exam. And on top of it, I will be showing you the platform where you need to practice, where you will get similar marks just like the real exam. Analysts were impressed by the improvement in margins reported across all regions. Perfect 15 out of 15. 12 words still works. There are students who are confused whether one-line strategy works or not. Look at these scores. These are the scores which we have received recently. Yes. And if you can see, most of them have got above 8 in the speaking module. They are using one-line strategy the way I have demonstrated to you guys. You just need to make sure that the flow is consistent. You're not taking pause unnecessarily. Your speed is neither too fast, neither too slow. Sometimes students, what they do, they speak too loud as well. You have to maintain the balance. Count 12 words and then speak them together in one flow. In situations where you are finding any word difficult, you can skip one word and you can add on extra word at the end. Read aloud not only contribute towards speaking, but it also contributes towards reading. But this strategy will help you to get full marks, approximately 32 marks towards reading from this module. So follow the strategy, use it the way I have done it, and you are going to get perfect scores for speaking module and for your reading module from read aloud task. Now there are only 3 contributing factors in read aloud: content, fluency, and pronunciation. Content gives you 3 to 5 marks. Fluency and pronunciation, it gives you 5 each. Pronunciation and fluency impact speaking scores, whereas content, it impacts your reading scores. But if you speak 12 words without any mistake in the content marks will be full given to the reading. So use this strategy as I have used it. Now, did you know which portal I have used? I have used Vision Language Experts portal, which is AI powered, which gives you marks just like real exam. So go to Vision Language Experts now, sign up over there for free. When you sign up first time, you get 15 credits. And after that, you can purchase the credits as well. But this gives you the scoring just like real exam. Now for repeat sentences, I always advise students to write at least 3 to 4 words and then memorize the remaining. Why? Because in repeat sentences, you will be getting some lengthy sentences and students normally struggle a lot in the content. So in order to avoid these mistakes, so to tackle these challenges, I will show you one strategy. You will have to practice 2 to 3 days with this strategy. Then you will see significant improvement.
The hypothesis about black holes is rendered moot by the explanation of the explosion.
The hypothesis of the black hole is rendered moot by the explanation of the explosion. So as you can see, I've got almost perfect scores. Now what is the strategy? The strategy is that I am not taking notes for every single sentence. If you can see it over here, the first 2 words I kept it in my mind. Then I took a note for 5 words to 6 words approximately. Then the remaining words, 2 to 3 words, whatever I could, I kept it in my mind as well. The last 2 to 3 words, I kept it in my mind, I remembered it. Now this is called hybrid strategy. Students, this will not be easy strategy to follow from day one, but trust me when I say this, in 2 to 3 days, you will start to see the improvement. You have to take care of a couple of things when you're using this strategy. Firstly, you have to take notes as fast as possible. First 2 letters, first 2 words, you can easily keep it in your mind. Then start typing or start taking notes as you go ahead, but only 5 to 6 words, that's it. You do not need to take more notes because you will not be able to retain it. And you will not have that much time in the exam for repeat sentences. So 4 words, 5 words, depending on the length of the sentence. Then remember the last 1 to 2 words, as many as you can. Now here you have to take a note of partial marking. You do not need to speak every word to get full marks. So over here, I did not spoke maybe 1 word or 2 words, but I still got perfect 3 out of 3. That's what you need to remember. Whatever words you have captured, do not think, do not stop. Speak whatever you have got. That's where students go wrong. They start to think and then they start taking thinking pauses. That's what you need to avoid in order to get full marks in repeat sentences. Now I'm practicing from weekly predictions because when you practice on Vision Language Experts portal, if you practice from weekly predictions, there's a high chance that those questions can come in your exam as well. So try to finish all the questions from weekly prediction. Now let's do this scrimmage. Percentage of university, that's going to be topic. My highest figure is going to be full-time students and 35%, and lowest is going to be part-time students at 20%, or I can say even this lowest can be part-time and 0%. Okay, then 8 a.m. 12 weekdays. Percentage of university was the main topic of the image. College and students was at the top side of the image. 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. was at the bottom side of the image. 20% and 25% was also highlighted. 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. was also given. Full-time students and 35% is highest, whereas part-time students and 12 a.m. is lowest. To conclude, by hour of the day on weekends and educational activities were the other key features of the image. I've got perfect scores in content and almost perfect scores in fluency as well. Pronunciation, obviously, I'm not wearing a proper mic, so it's gonna show me less marks. Now, what you have to keep in mind, you have to make sure that in the scrimmage, as per the new rules, you have to showcase trends. You have to showcase what is maximum, what is minimum, what is highest, what is lowest. You have to show those comparisons. 1 to 2 sentences are more than enough. So what I did over here, I picked up full-time students, which is highest, and then part-time students I picked over here, which was around 12 a.m. Now I just gave you an example that you do not have to be very specific with the trends. It is still an opinionated answer. So I just have given you an hypothetical example that this could be one of the trends you can show, where I have used full-time students highest at 35% and part-time students I have chosen 12 a.m. Now you can still say part-time students and lowest at 0%, or you can still say part-time students and 20% is lowest compared to full-time students highest at 35%. Now, whatever you can think in 25 seconds, just go with that. It doesn't have to be fully accurate. There is a margin for 2 to 3%, but you cannot hesitate, fumble. But make sure that you speak somewhere around 25 to 30 seconds. Otherwise, there's a chance this can go to human for rechecking. Now, did you notice that I also picked up few words such as top side of the image, bottom side of the image. You can pick left side of the image. You can pick right side of the image. This is really important. But you also have to ensure that you're not repeating same word again and again, such as I have used multiple connectors here as well. Now let's say this is the question. I have an example over here for you guys. Here we will be picking vehicle sales by region as the main topic. Then we will be picking thousands of vehicles was on the left side, which is over here. Then we will be saying cars and trucks, which is over here. We can say it's on the top side. Then first quarter and second quarter was highlighted. Mexico and Europe was mentioned. So first quarter and second, and then I picked few of the right continents over here. I think there's Asia, Africa, Europe, Canada, USA. Okay. Then Asian 300 was highest. So you can say easily Asian 300 is highest, and Africa and 40 was lowest. So if you say Africa, which is, I think I'm picking from here. So it doesn't have to be from the same quarter, right? That's what I was trying to explain, that it's still an opinionated answer. There is no fixed answer. But you have to mention trends. You have to use words like segments, maximum segment, minimum number, highest number. As you can see it over here, we have given few of the sentences you can still use to show the trends. Now using this template, students are getting perfect 90. Now do not forget to practice this template. This is a universal template. Even it will work for questions with no content, just images. In the images, you can pick up colors, you can pick up prints, you can pick up shapes, you can pick up sizes, anything you see it on the image. For images, you don't have to speak for 30 seconds. Even if you speak for 22, 23 seconds, that's still fine because obviously there is less content.
Morton Prince was an American physician and psychologist. His book Dissociation of a Personality was the bestseller at that time. It tells a story of Miss Christine Beecham, who was suffering from MPD, multiple personality disorder. Miss Christine Beecham has several types of personalities, namely B1, B2, and B3. There was hidden memory in these three personalities, with hallucination among them. Miss Beecham was B2. B2 knows about B1, B3 knows both B1 and B2, but B1 knows nothing about B2 or B3. The strongest personality accounts for most of the time, and it will take over the others and become the main personality at the end. This case and theory gives great help to crime investigation.
Morton Prince was the main topic of the lecture. American Physician and Book Association were the key features of the lecture. It was the bestseller and it was talking about Miss Christian was told by the speaker. Several types of personalities were also mentioned, such as B1 and B2. Hidden memory such as hallucination was also told. Furthermore, strong personality will take over was also highlighted. To conclude, great help for the crime investigation were the key feature of the lecture. So almost perfect scores again. What you have to do in Retell lecture, you have to ensure that you are using phrases, not single words. As I have used the phrases, I have just connected some of the phrases together to make one sentence. You have to be fluent. You can only take a pause at the end of every sentence. These are a couple of things you need to remember. Students are losing marks in Retell lecture a lot because they are still picking words. Guys, you have to pick up phrases. Otherwise, this is not going to work for you. So be very careful when you're doing Retell lecture. In the exam, most likely you're only going to get one. So work on your note takings. You have to pick up important sentences as I have taken now, and then you have to speak them together as longer phrases or sentences. Now, if you practice the same way I've told you, I can assure you, you are going to get good marks in speaking module. And guys, please make sure that you stay consistent with your practice. Now, if you want me to make any tutorial on any of the topics, do not forget to put it in the comment sections. I'll try to reply to your comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I will see you in the next tutorial.